Hello Chinese viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel Need. We started our channel in the year 2020. Now it has been already 5 years. So we actually achieved the monetization requirements of YouTube back in 2023, around February. I remember when I started YouTube in 2020, I started numbering all the videos so it's easier to track. Also for the purpose of new viewers to know that we have actually released a new video. And in one of the very earlier videos, somewhere in episode 40 something, I actually declared that I will successfully monetize. And it's actually a very difficult task, but still ENTJs, when they declare something in public, they will be able to do it. So don't underestimate an ENTJ. So this episode may not be very relevant for many people, but if you are a person who wanted to try to use YouTube as a platform to make some money and actually maybe just to even reach the bare minimum of monetization, so I am going to describe what I've actually done in order to achieve this milestone. So what you're actually getting is an ENTJ's perspective. If you are not extremely good looking, or if you're not popular, if you don't have good editing skills, you can still make it if you join YouTube at this time. So I'm not promoting anything, I'm just trying to document what I've actually done so that you can actually think maybe you can also try this, because ENTJs tend to have a very strange perspective of things, and if they decided that yes, we can do this, then there's surely a way. So when I first started YouTube, I pulled in a lot of people that I know to be collaborators or to be guests in the show, but eventually they all dropped out. I think partly because everybody has their own things to do. Also, the ENTJ is not particularly social. So if you are a person who is very social and you think that you have a lot of friends that you can bring in and they are interesting people enough, then surely. So what I'm going to describe is something that is very strangely ENTJ. Strangely for people who don't really have many friends, you can still make it. So back in 2020, when I first joined YouTube as a YouTuber, the criterion for monetization is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So until today, it's still the same. And you know it's going to get difficult because the pie is getting smaller and smaller. So during 2020, a lot of people that I know also just joined YouTube because it was the COVID period, there was nothing to do, so people started to want to do something like YouTube. But again, most people dropped out or they reduced production so much that it no longer seemed as if they want to pursue this objective anymore. So if you are a YouTuber, what do you need to do? Now, there is something very interesting. I made use of a lot of resources. First, I wanted to push YouTube algorithm by having a lot of traffic come to the channel. You can also consider doing that. So one of the things that I did was cheating. And many people cheat anyway, so I think it's fine. There are so many YouTubers now that even if you cheat a little bit, you wouldn't be caught. The number one thing that I did was I went online and found a platform called Sherry.com, not a sponsor. So I found a lot of new budding YouTubers and I rallied them to form a group. Yes, I became the leader and I gave directions to all these young YouTubers who also just started a channel and they are just releasing a few videos. The production is not good except for some gaming videos which seem to be like more interesting. My videos are definitely not very well edited. How we supported each other was that we subscribed to each other's channel, and on top of that, we pledged to watch each other's video. So how this worked was, I actually approached many different YouTubers that I found posting on the platform of Sherry, and I asked them if they would like to join this so as to form this kind of a friendship or this kind of a brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever you want to call it, whereby we support each other by subscribing and pledging to watch each other's video. And in a very funny way, because I was the leader, I also made sure that everybody report to me. Like they say that, okay, I have watched all these videos of those YouTubers in our group. Okay, I will keep track, and then they sort of just reported to me daily. Though this might not help in subscription numbers, it did help a lot in watch hours. So we needed to clock 4,000 watch hours, right? So with this group of people, especially when you as a YouTuber have already got like 60 different videos and all things, and every one of them would be watched, then you immediately clock a lot of hours. And some of these YouTubers, they are very smart. They have multiple platforms, they have multiple devices in which they watch, so it cannot be really like a trace to the same source. So at our peak, we had 31 YouTubers in our group. Unfortunately, all the other 30 did not survive. Not to say that we are a very big YouTuber group, but at least we monetize. We have about 1.9k subscribers, a very modest number, but yet we achieved the goal, so we're happy. So the second cheating thing that I did was, actually, I went to a platform to buy subscribers. So it's actually fake accounts, but I actually thought when I bought the service that these were real people. But apparently, when you go online, regardless of whether it's TikTok or YouTube, when you try to buy followers, you think that they are real people, but they are not. They are just duplicate accounts, bogus accounts. You might think that these platforms whereby they have this kind of a service are legit services because they have such a good website. They promise certain things that seem like, okay, well, it sounds correct, but yet when the numbers come, right, they come flowing in, it sounds so fake, or it looks so fake. So at one point in time, right, I decided to unsubscribe this service because it's making me feel very uncomfortable. The numbers jump so fast that it seems almost unnatural because the watch hours are not keeping up. So I started with maybe 100 different subscribers, and once I bought this service whereby they will give me or guarantee 1,000 followers, the numbers keep growing daily, jumping by like 50s, you know. By which time 10 days later I already had 500 odd subscribers, but no watch time. This is scary because I thought at one point in time, right, as an ENTJ, oh, this is very brazen. YouTube will find out and ban my account, and I don't want my account to be banned. So I wrote to that service to say that I will stop. So you can forfeit the rest of the money that I paid. I do not need you to supply me with any bogus subscribers anymore. So I remember stopping at around 560 something, and then slowly I grew based on natural sources, the number from 560 all the way to 1,000. I actually achieved 1,000 followers faster than the 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours is very hard to achieve. So one of the other cheating things that I did was, first, I made my videos longer by interjecting MV cuts, music video cuts, and some kind of a rubbish, miscellaneous stuff, which I no longer do so because I no longer need my videos to be long. But when you are starting out, you really need to understand that watch hours is important too, and it's very hard to achieve. So you might have to do that, especially when you are not producing long formats. Long formats are those whereby you have interviews and then the people are talking and it's interesting and then there's a lot of laughter, and then those videos can be like 18 minutes to 30 minutes long. Those are very easy to clock, that 4,000 hours for you. But for a short video format, actually it's almost a very tedious journey. So another key to meeting this criterion, especially when you are just starting, is you need to produce a lot. I produce so many videos that I have 2 weeks of backup. So when you just get started, especially when you are intuition inclined, you have a lot of creativity, you can start to produce a lot and you just gather them. So ENTJs can be very compulsive when they start things at the first place. They just wanted to like push and go all the way out. So it's true, I did a lot of videos, just keep on producing and releasing them almost every other day. So this in turn helps the YouTube algorithm. We didn't make it big, but at least if you in your life wanted a shot at just becoming a monetized YouTuber, maybe just for achievement's sake, yes, then this is something that you have to do. If not, you will never reach this goal. So as I also mentioned, one of the other things that I did was to number my videos. So I number my videos so that I can keep track of it myself, and it also makes sense for viewers to know that a new video has already come, provided or in the event that they did not subscribe. So talking about which, if you have not already subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI, ENTJ, INTJ and fun stuff. The journey is actually very long. We took about 2 years odd to monetize. During the time in the beginning, we actually had more views than now. Now we sometimes have a very spectacular video that actually promoted the entire channel momentarily for 1 week. So recently we just did a top 25 K-pop boy group video. That was a really popular video and then just suddenly boosted, and then after that the views will fall. So honestly, our channel has about 100 to 200 videos watches a day, and that's considered low. But given that you have monetized, nothing really matters. You just keep on producing on a weekly basis. Then at the end of 1.5 years, that's how we projected, you will get a paycheck about $150. But because there is a governmental tax from the US side, what you eventually get will be about $120 only. So one point to note is that if you wanted to suddenly make it, you can take a really shortcut, which one of the 31 YouTubers in my group actually did. I saw that, was that he bought subscribers and he bought view hours. So immediately got monetized within like 2 weeks. The subscriber rate just shot all the way past 1,000, and then he also made the watch hour view criterion. However, he also did not survive. Why? This is actually very simple. I think there are so many YouTubers now. YouTube will not have a time to actually track who is cheating and who is not, who really made it and who did not. So given that you actually bought this using your means, these are real fake viewers. They do not exist. You can still meet the criterion because of this, but once you make the mark and you start to monetize, you realize that you need to clock at least $150 of advertisement revenue before you can even cash out anything. So I've been very honest here. A YouTuber like myself only gets around $150 after 18 months. So imagine that you actually did try to achieve your goal without real substance. That means to say there are really no viewers watching. Then it will take eternity for you to even hit that $150, which is why eventually that YouTuber that I saw did not continue YouTube, just give up. So this is a very mediocre YouTuber's experience with YouTube. But of course, this video can also allow you, if you're interested in MBTI, to see the point of view of ENTJs. Although not particularly spectacular, it seems very ordered and organized because I know what I'm doing. More importantly, when an ENTJ starts to promise or declares that something is going to happen, like I will get myself monetized, I remember very clearly I made this bold statement that I will be able to achieve it, and I did it. The ENTJ meant it and it will happen. Okay, again, this video seems to be a little bit long, but I think it's meaningful in its own way. So why did I even bring up this episode is because in the next few upcoming episodes, in one of them, I am going to make another public declaration. So it's been a pleasure sharing my experiences with you. ENTJs really actually like to educate. So stay safe and stay cool, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye!